got the book, The Best Bed for Me by Gaia Cornwall. This is a bedtime book. And interesting fact about this book, it was written during the pandemic, and in the dedication in the back, Gaia Cornwall writes that she is dedicating this book to all of the parents who had to put kids to bed during the pandemic, and kids would have meltdowns. So this is kind of like hoping that everyone has meltdown-free nights and the patience to deal with the nights that do have include meltdowns. So this book was inspired by empathy for fellow parents and who have to have a lot of patience and deal with meltdowns when everybody just wants to go to bed. Themes in this book are learning, creativity, curiosity, comfort and family, nature, belonging, resisting bedtime, and I want to add one, LGBTQ, because the parents in this book are two moms. It never actually says that, but like the two characters, it's two moms in the book, but like it never says that or anything about that, but the moms are, main character has two moms. Okay, central idea. What does the main character want to do? Okay, so he wants to find the perfect bed. That's really kind of it. He's brainstorming the perfect bed. What is the ideal situation for a bed for me to curl up and go to sleep? That's kind of it. Integrate visual information. What detail does the illustrator show better with pictures than with words? So two things here. One, that the story has two moms in it. Two, this kid's love of animals and nature, because it never explicitly says that, but like through the illustrations, you can see there's a penguin, there's a koala, there's otters here, there's another koala, there's a mobile of the solar system right here. So this is where the like theme of learning comes in, because in all of the illustrations, like you can tell this kid likes to learn. The theme of nature comes in here because like you can tell this kid is kind of obsessed with learning about nature and animals. The theme of curiosity comes in here because clearly this kid is curious and a little precocious about learning about nature and animals, but it never says that. You only pick that up through the illustrations and his actions. All right, so next question, character development. What problem is the main character facing? So he wants to find a perfect bed. We know that. Problem number two, it's bedtime. And he hasn't figured out what a perfect bed is. And he has to go through this problem of brainstorming before he can go to bed. This is where we see the theme of bed, like bedtime, what do we call it? Bedtime resistance? Resisting bedtime comes in because like he is not ready for bed. He is ready to think about all the animals and how they sleep and decide which one is best for him. So that is the problem our young main character is facing. Finding the perfect bed and the fact that it is bedtime, but he needs to brainstorm all of these different animal beds to figure out which one is perfect for him. Okay, character development. How does the boy cope with needing to go to bed? He dives into his love for nature and learning and creativity and curiosity. And like I said, he's brainstorming. He's just going through his mind how all the different animals sleep and thinking, what animal do I want to sleep like? Do I want to sleep like a whale? Do I want to sleep like a koala? Do I want to sleep like a turtle? Do I want to sleep like a fish? So while he's coping with this need to go to bed, we see his love for nature and learning and creativity and curiosity come out as he's just brainstorming and listing all the different ways these animals sleep. So that is how our themes of creativity and learning and nature come about in the book. Next page, character development. What does the boy's behavior tell us about how he is feeling inside? He doesn't want to go to bed. And his behavior reflects his creativity, his behavior reflects his love for learning, and his behavior reflects his love for nature. Because he just probably spent like 15 minutes while his parents just want to go to bed. He spent 15 minutes going through every single animal he knows and how they sleep and debating whether he wanted to sleep like that animal. So, yeah, that is what he's feeling inside. He's resisting bedtime. Character relationships. Who are the other characters in the story? Will they make things better or worse? This is where the theme of patience comes in, because the other characters in the story are the boys' moms, and they never get upset with him. They never say anything mean. They never lose their patience with him, even though they clearly want to go to bed. They're putting the baby to bed. They want to go to bed. They look tired, but they never lose patience. So are they making things better or worse for him? They're making things better for him because they are just having endless patience. They're not getting upset with him. Yeah. So we see the themes comfort and family and belonging here, because like they're not getting upset. They're just rolling with it. Just wait until he decides to lay down. Little bat, it's time to calm our bodies down. So you can see she's getting a little annoyed here, but always patient. Analyze point of view. How do different characters see the same event differently? So this is where I guess we've kind of already touched on it. Like the moms, like they just want to go to bed. They're real tired, but their kid is just going through all of these animals and talking about how he wants to sleep. So the characters see the same event very differently. Moms just want to go to bed, and the little boy is not done brainstorming every single animal he knows and deciding how he wants to sleep. Same event, different points of view. All right, couple pages forward, character relationship. How does the mom help the boy? So this is where all the themes of patience and comfort in family and belonging come about. She says, "You're my favorite." When he's talking about like his favorite animals, his favorite animal, I think it says, is the penguin. And she says, "You're my favorite animal." So still showing extreme patience, comfort in family, belonging, like never getting upset with him, never getting annoyed with him. Central idea, what has the boy learned over the course of the story? His own comfort with family, because in the end he decides that the perfect bed for him to sleep in is a human bed that his parents bought for him. His big kid bed. The moms are probably like, okay, that's great. So in the end he decides that the best bed for him is his own bed, a human big kid bed. So that kind of shows that the boy is kind of like, I don't know, reflecting this comfort in family, like the best bed for me, like is the bed that my family got for me. So yeah, it reflects like the boy's comfort in his own family and that. And I think that was the last question. That is it, a lovely little bedtime story, The Best of Me, The Best Bed for Me, by Gaia Cornwall.